Welcome to Story Lab. This week we're taking a look at what can transpire when your words get away from you.
Hey, I'm Carter.
And I'm Zeke.
This month, we're talking about how we can trust God to help us do what's best.
That's prodigious.
What?
Prodigious. Wonderful or marvelous.
That's enough, Mr. Dictionary.
Choosing the right word is imperative. No, it's indispensable. It's crucial. Necessitous, compulsory.
Sometimes the best word is a simple one.
Ugh, preposterous.
But true.
You lummox.
Congratulations! Your Batraka Miyamaki has initiated a grandiose word game!
I have so many questions.
Yeah, like what is Batraka
Miyamaki is a ridiculous or pointless quarrel.
Oh.
The rules of the grandiose word game are simple. Whoever correctly guesses the definition of the most big words triumphs or wins. Ready?
I guess.
I was born for this.
You have 5 seconds to choose the correct word definition. Carter is first.
Yes, I'm up.
First word. Upsquatulate. A. To leave giant prints like Bigfoot. B. To slice up a squash. Or C. To leave abruptly.
Bigfoot isn't a thing, so squash. Leaving. A squash.
Incorrect. To upsquatulate is C. To leave abruptly.
You didn't know either.
Yeah.
Number 2. Zeke. Nudiasturtion. Is it A. The day before yesterday? B. A flower from the nightshade family? Or C. An implement for serving pasta?
Flowers, days, A.
Correct! Nudiasturtion is a term referring to the day before yesterday.
Yes.
Lucky guess.
Number 3, Carter. Bumfuzzle. Is it A. To confuse or perplex? B. To remove a large amount of fur from a dog? Or C. To sit suddenly?
You look confused.
Nope, actually I know this one. To confuse or perplex.
Correct! Bumfuzzle means to confuse or perplex.
I'm bumfuzzled that you knew that.
Number 4, Zeke. Widdershins. Is it A. A leg injury? B. Counterclockwise? Or C. Someone who is a poor loser?
Poor loser. Oh, that's gonna be you.
Speak for yourself.
You widdershins.
Incorrect. Widdershins means counterclockwise.
Aw, man.
You are tied at 1 point each. Last question is an all play. Whoever answers first correctly wins. The word is pandiculation. Is it A. The reverberation of a brass bell? B. A wrestling match between two pandas? Or C. The act of stretching and yawning upon waking?
Pandiculation?
Who comes up with this stuff?
I
don't know. B.
Incorrect. The answer is C. Pandiculation is the act of stretching and yawning upon waking.
Rats, tied for the loss.
Or the win.
We gotta choose our words better.
Speaking of which, it's time for...
The story before the story.
Today, we're in the book of Proverbs, which is a collection of wise sayings, many from King Solomon. Solomon became king at a very young age. He was worried about leading an entire nation with so little experience.
One night, God spoke in a dream and told Solomon that he could have any gift he wanted. Now, Solomon could have asked for money or power,
But instead, Solomon asked God for wisdom so he could be the best leader for his people. God listened and honored Solomon by making him the wisest man on earth.
Many of the things Solomon learned and said were collected, along with other wisdom. The sayings, called Proverbs, are short sentences or stories that help people make wise decisions in their everyday lives.
Which is where our story starts.
Take it away.
Hey everyone, I'm Brian. That was 4 words right there in case you're counting. Oh, and another 10. Did you know the average person speaks between 6,000 and 16,000 words every single day? Blah, 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 blah. Sounds exhausting, huh? But we speak all that word soup without even thinking about it. And to top it off, you probably have around 7,000 to 10,000 words in your vocabulary to choose from every time you open your mouth. All of this comes down to something really, really important. You ready for this? Words are like a superpower. I'm serious. We can read about it in one of the wise proverbs that Solomon collected.
The words of thoughtless people cut like swords, but the tongue of wise people brings healing.
Did you hear that? The words of thoughtless people cut like swords, but the tongue of wise people brings healing. Every single time you open your mouth, you have the power to do this. Or this. What you say is so powerful that it can cut somebody deeply or help them heal. Think about this. You've probably skinned your knee before. Ouch. But once your knee healed up, have you thought about it that much? Nah, probably not. It's all good. Now, has anybody ever made fun of you? Those words can cut really, really, really deep. You may not be able to see any wound, but it's there. And this kind of hurt doesn't heal easily. Even if it happened a long time ago, I bet you still think about it sometimes. Mean words can still hurt all this time later. The words of a thoughtless person cut like swords. We don't usually mean to hurt others with our words, but we just don't think first. Thoughtless words come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. You know thoughtless words when you hear them.
Wow, I can't believe you can't tie your own shoelaces.
No one wants to play with you.
Oh, you're really bad at math.
You've probably been hurt by some words like those, and you've probably said some of those things too. That's why before you say anything, it's wise to do this first. Stop. That's better. Before you speak, stop. Think first, even if it's for half a second. If what you're about to say is thoughtless or hurtful, keep your mouth zipped. Or even better, think about what you might say instead.
Hey, cool shoes. Need help with the laces?
You seem a little sad. Want to hang out with us?
I know you can get this. Let me quiz you.
Here's something else to practice. If you think something positive about someone, take a few seconds to actually say it.
I love your smile.
That story you wrote is super creative.
Now I get it. Controlling what you say is not easy, especially if you try to do it on your own. That's why we all need help. When we follow Jesus, God sends the Holy Spirit to live inside of us and provide power and guidance. And over time, as we rely on God's Spirit, it'll become easier to live out what we find in Proverbs. The words of thoughtless people cut like swords, but the tongue of wise people brings healing. The end. 2 words.
Yikes, that hits right in the vocal cords.
It's so easy to say whatever pops into my head.
Yeah, it's like my mouth is on autopilot.
Yeah, you're not wrong. The more we think and speak a certain way, the more we actually wire our brain to keep responding that way automatically.
So,
What's our part in the story?
Well, you can practice self-control. Self-control is choosing to do what's best even when you don't want to. When it comes to choosing your words wisely, that means pausing to think before you speak.
There are a lot of times I need to remember that.
Yeah, like when mom makes fish for dinner. Again.
Or your little brother borrows your charging cord and doesn't put it back.
Or that kid cuts ahead in the cafeteria line.
Or your teacher announces a pop quiz.
Don't try to make it happen on your own. When you follow Jesus, God sends the Holy Spirit to live with you and give you the strength to choose your words with kindness and compassion. You can ask God to remind you to slow down before you speak.
Yeah, so you can zip it before saying something hurtful.
And you can choose to say something kind and healing instead.
Use those wordy superpowers for good.
You've got that right. See you next time. 8 words. Bye.
So, here's the thing. Think before you speak.
Choose your words wisely.
Because words are like a superpower.
They also make for some great games. For instance, what is bibliophobia?
Well, phobia is fear, so fear of baby bibs?
Nope, it's fear of running out of things to read.
Oh, I feel that one. Thanks for joining us in the Story Lab. See you next time. All right, and what?
Oh, you're gonna find a new word?
Yes, let's see.
Ooh, I like that one.